Hello everybody and welcome back to English with Dr. Papori Barooah. I am going to take up a very special topic today, that is the linking R. It's something to do with connected speech, something to do with how people can understand, in fact the native English speaker of the language. So today I would like to try and make easy the concept of the linking R, and therefore let's start. So when we talk about the linking R, we need to know some of the few facts about the linking R. Things like when we listen to a native speaker speaking English, I'm talking about the British English, sometimes we are at a loss, we do not understand a few things. Now why is it that it happens? Now in fluent speech, what happens is that some people, the native speakers speak so fast, we do not understand a few things. So in order to understand a native speaker and in order to make your speech very fluent, we need to understand the concept of the linking R. And therefore, let us focus on what it actually is. So, the R sound that is so prominent in few places in English. So, very easy to remember that it is something that makes your speech very fluent. It is mostly prominent in British and Australian pronunciation there, and actually whenever we talk, we do not talk word by word. There are a few instances when we link up the words, and that is when the linking R comes in. Further, we also talk in an enormous amount of fluency when we really talk in connected speech. So now let me just tell you a very simple fact. It's a very small video and we're just trying to focus on a linking R. So one thing there, when does it actually happen? We just need to remember that a linking R is pronounced only. Just remember, only if after the R sound there is a vowel. Only if there's a vowel, we pronounce the linking R. Okay. Now say for instance here, I have a car. I have a car. C-A-R, car, it ends in R. But after R, there is complete silence because there's a full stop there. It is not followed by anything but just the R there. And hence, in such instances, we do not pronounce the R. So we just tell car. You open up your mouth and there's an R sound at the back. It's a car. But the same word, car, if it is used in a sentence, it is followed by a vowel sound, then we actually pronounce it, and then we have the linking R. Say for instance, I have a car in the garage. I have a car in the garage. The R sound is pronounced because after the C-A-R, there is an I sound in the garage. This I vowel. Now the same word car, if it is used in another sentence, for instance here, I left my car behind the dustbin. Right? So we'll not tell I left my car behind the dustbin. So there's a jerk and there's, your continuity, your fluency is abruptly stopped in between the car and behind, because B-E-H-I-N-D, behind, begins with it's a consonant sound B there. Therefore, we do not tell car, we tell car. So the thing will be, the sentence will be, I left my car behind the dustbin. I left the car behind the dustbin. Well, it's not like I left the car behind the dustbin. So here the R is not pronounced. So very easy to remember. When R is followed by vowel, we pronounce the R. When R is not followed by a vowel but followed by a consonant, or if R is in the last position in a sentence, we do not pronounce the R. So let us try to use the R in a few sentences. What I'm going to try and do is that I'm going to just read out those sentences. You can read after me, you can repeat after me and practice along with me so that you sound more fluent in your language. For instance, here it's her anger. Will I tell her anger? Or when I speak out, will I actually take so much of a time and I tell her anger. Right? But I'm going to flow from the word her to the anger word because H-E-R is followed by anger, A-N-G-E-R, which is a vowel. So if I put it in a sentence also, or even if I say here, it will be her anger, her anger. Or if I say in a sentence, I tell she cannot control her anger. She cannot control her anger. So her anger. So it's a continuity. You're linking up the R with the next vowel. Okay. So similarly, we're on. We're on. Okay. So W-E-R-E. There's an E there. But when we pronounce, we do not pronounce the E. We pronounce as were. So when it is followed by on, which is O vowel there, therefore we're on. Okay. So the cats were on the table. The cats were on the table. Were on the table. I will not tell the cats were on the table. It doesn't sound fluent. It doesn't give a sense of continuity in your speech. Now let us actually get into the practice sessions. I'm going to read out the sentence for you or pronounce the sentence for you with a prominent linking R. You're going to repeat after me, and then by the end of the particular session, you're going to get the linking R for sure. Alright, let's start. Okay, the examples here that I put up, they're very simple and we normally use them, right? So we'll just try and say them. My father and mother. My father and mother. Okay, so it's the R is linked up with the A there. I do not tell my father and mother. I tell my father and mother. So repeat after me. My father and mother. Pleasure and freedom. Pleasure and freedom. Here in my room. Here in my room. We are earthlings. We are earthlings. Fear is not a number. Fear is not a number. We'll move on to some more. Dear ambition. Dear ambition. Better off. Better off. Never again. Never again. I slammed the door and locked it. I slammed the door and locked it. So, R and A. R, door, and A there. So, door and. I slammed the door and locked it. In your eyes. In your eyes. For in your sweet dream. For in your sweet dream. Okay, now let's try and do some more here. Practice here. Care about. It's near enough. Near enough. It's quite far away. It's quite far away. There's a tour along the river. There's a tour along the river. More apples. Car engine. Car engine. Sure, it's brilliant. Sure, it's brilliant. Sister-in-law. Father-in-law. And mother-in-law. So when the R is followed by consonant, we'll see how different it is. See here we have you're ambitious. You're ambitious. The R is followed by A and hence it's pronounced. But the same thing, if it's followed by a S, which is a consonant, you're stupid. You're stupid. We do not tell you're stupid. Okay? So, it's completely impossible to tell and the fluency breaks off. So, in today's session, I tried to give out how we can actually pronounce the linking R and how important it is to be so that we sound natural and we sound fluent. I hope it was an interesting short session for you all, and I hope you look forward to the next session when I'm going to talk about the intrusive R. And basic thing we need to remember now is that when we have the linking R, we pronounce the R when it is followed by a vowel and we do not pronounce the r if it is followed by a consonant or in the sentence end position. I hope this was an interesting session for you. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you'll keep subscribing to my channel and look out for more videos of this type. Thank you so much for watching.